Yo, what's up guys, Felix from John Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about what rich people will not tell you. And the crazy thing is the same thing that they won't tell you is the same thing that separates the rich from the poor, the wealthy from the non-wealthy, the people who have generational wealth versus the people that don't, the people who are...
Before this video starts, I just want to remind you to check the first link in the description if you want to learn how to build a business buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. The second link will give you information on how I built a business flipping pallets. The third link is if you want to learn how to become an independent courier. The fourth link is a book by my mentor in real estate, which will teach you how to flip houses using none of your own money. Check out the fifth link if you want to get 6 free stocks on Webull simply by opening up a brokerage account and depositing at least 1 penny. Below that is a link to my merchandise store where I sell t-shirts. If you like my content and want to show support, go ahead and pick something up.
Financially successful versus the people who are not. I can remember when being a kid that I would see people with big houses, nice cars, living in different neighborhoods, living a different kind of lifestyle, their kids going to different schooling and those kids doing different hobbies. And I used to see them and they would look the same as me, or they would live in the same city, maybe 3 or 4 cities over, or just a slight difference. And I used to think, wow, these people are exactly the same as me. What is different? How can they do it? How can their parents drive a nice car? How could they go to this school? How could they take these vacations? I really thought they were the same as me, and in reality, they are the same as you. You have to know whether they look different, whether their skin color is different, whether they were born in a different area. In the end, we are all the same. We're all people. We're all humans. Yes, on the outside, we might look differently, but in the end, we're all put together with pretty much the same chemicals. Now, a few people might have different drives and different genes that give them different sort of put-togethers, but in the end, we're all the same. But in the end, it also comes down to one thing, that the people who achieve financial success, financial freedom, and win financially, it's just one thing that they have that the people that don't win financially don't have. Now, yes, it does come down to different skill sets, and you have to know how to sell, and you have to know how to manage money, you have to know how to run ads and do marketing and build a team and be a leader. Yes, it comes down to a whole lot of things. But the number one thing that the rich people and people who are financially successful have, that the people who aren't financially successful and either, middle class or below middle class, making less than, and I would say in today's day and age, you should be making no less than $10,000 per month, over $120K per year at the very minimum, right? Because $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year in today's day and age, in my opinion, really just won't cut it, especially with gas being at $5 a gallon and everything going up with inflation. But to say what the point of this video is, the number one thing that keeps the rich rich and getting richer and the poor staying poor and getting poor is information, right? Now, it might sound very basic and simple, but it is very basic and simple. Now, like I said, there are a lot of things that you have to know and master and build up in skill sets to be a successful entrepreneur and to win financially and to win successfully and financially. But it all comes down to information. Now, you might say, like I said, it sounds basic, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know how to sell. You don't know how to be a leader. You don't know how to build a team. You don't know how to do all these things. And information is what will keep you rich, get you richer, and separate you from the rich and the poor. Now, the rich might give you the information, but it might come with a price. It will more than likely come with a price. So for example, just today, I paid somebody that I know I've been seeing for a long time, and we're gonna kind of come together on a project, and I just gave him a deposit of $500. Now, he has millions of dollars worth of information and game and skill sets and knowledge that he accumulated over the years, and I don't expect him to give it out for free, just like I don't give out my information for free. A lot of people come to me for YouTube and side hustles and medical commodities and real estate advice and information and consultation, and there's no way that I would bust my butt all these years to gather this information and then give it out for free. So what people like myself who are financially successful, and I'm still grinding, I'm not satisfied with where I'm at, I'm still trying to get to bigger and better levels. But what I do is I charge for my information because my information is valuable. It's changed my life, and I know the information I have can change somebody else's life. So for that very reason, I charge for my information. Now, yes, there are other times where we could trade services or we could do stuff like that. But the information I have is what separates me myself being 27 years old versus somebody that I may have went to high school with who took the traditional route, went to high school, went to college, got a degree, and working their way up the corporate ladder, and they're making $40,000, $50,000 a year as a 27, 28-year-old while I'm making multiple six figures a year. And it's simply information. Yes, I've built up skill sets. Yes, I've equipped myself with certain assets or skills, but nonetheless, I have I've acquired certain information, and that information can not only get you rich, but it could keep you rich. Meaning that if you were to ever fall off, and I actually heard a quote by Donald Trump who said that if I ever were to lose everything, I could get it back within a year or so. I'm not exactly sure on the time frame, but I think he said within a year, and I'll actually be more financially successful, or actually in a better position than I was when I lost it all. And that's because, one, you got the information. So if I were to lose everything, I could get it back. Plus, I have the information that I've built up relationships, connects, I've networked to able to get it back. So that information, once you have it, unless you get struck by lightning or you get a concussion and you literally lose everything, you can literally keep that with you for life and keep the success going, right? Because that information, what you don't know, you don't know. They're not going to tell you this in school. You really have to go through the gridiron to get this information. And like I said, it sounds so simple, but this is what the rich people don't tell you. You ever see those people, like, I'm sure you've seen them when, you see somebody in a Lamborghini or Ferrari drive by you on the highway and you look at them and you're like, he's a millionaire or he has that car. Now, that doesn't always equate to people having nice cars that they're millionaires or financially successful. But more times than not, if somebody has a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a big house, more times than not, they're probably doing better than you. Not necessarily. Yes, there are people who have a flexing, stunting, flashy lifestyle, and in fact, they actually have nothing, which is a whole nother topic for a whole nother conversation. But those people in that kind of lifestyle with those type of assets or toys, they know something that you don't. So one thing that I used to do, remember when I was first getting started in my entrepreneur journey, is if I used to see somebody, and this isn't always great advice, but if I used to see somebody who was stepping out of a Rolls Royce, I would say, hey, what do you do? What do you do for a living? What kind of work do you do? And if they were doing something on my path, I would see how I could work with them, help them, assist them on, getting to their goals, and in turn, I would get to my goals. So what I say is, information is key. Now, it's really important what you do with that information at the same time, because you could have all the information in the world, but if you don't actually apply it and actually put it to use and actually make it work for you, then it's meaningless. But the information in the end is what will separate the rich from the poor. The people who are super successful, the people that are financially successful, the people that make millions of dollars, the people that have mastered the financial game versus the people that you don't. Because I think they said like 1% of the population has 99% of the money. And it's crazy to think that, once you actually get on this entrepreneur journey, you think that so many people are like you, right? I always think that so many people are like me. But I was just in an Uber the other day, and I'll end this video after this, but I was in the Uber and the guy was in traffic. So he actually logged into his bank account. The guy probably looked 35, 40, 45 years old. He logged into his bank account. Now, I'm not saying this is his only bank account, but he logged into his bank account and he had like somewhere around like $1,000 or $2,000. And it's crazy that, say that was his only bank account. If he knew what I knew, he could quickly fix his situation and be able to build his bank account up into the 5 digits, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. So it's crazy that when you actually become an entrepreneur, you think everybody is like you and everybody has this information. But if you actually step out into the world, you realize that the information that we possess as entrepreneurs, as successful entrepreneurs, very few people in this world, in this society actually have, and that's what separates them from, struggling or just getting by to the people that can literally live life on their terms. So that's what the rich people will not tell you. It's simply information. You either have the information and are able to capitalize it and make yourself financially successful, or you don't have the information and now you struggle and you become a part of the 98%. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to put a like on it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.